Hello, my dear friends. I'm about to give you a free gift. It's a sample video from my patreon.com site, and it is a mini mentoring session. You'll get one of these every Friday, just as a little teaser, a little taste to see what it would be like to get one of these 5 days a week. If you decide you'd like to have one of these mini mentoring sessions 5 days a week, ad-free, go to A Better Life with FlyLady Kat at patreon.com, patreon.com, and sign up. It's only $5 a month. You get 20 videos a month, and they are designed to give you a kick in the pants first thing in the morning. It's set up so that you can see them first thing, so you can watch them in bed even before you get going. It's designed for payroll and at-home homemakers, and it will help you with the way you think about the way you're doing life and doing the FlyLady system. So I hope that you go over and check out my Patreon site. While you're there, look at all of the other opportunities that I have for you for mentoring. We do personal one-on-one mentoring. There are different levels of that. And also I offer this year in 2022, financial mentoring. So if you need a budget, if you would like to be financially independent, now's the time to sign up for that as well. Okay, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the video. Hello, patrons. Today we're going to talk about self-confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself, then it's going to be very difficult to do anything worthwhile. And that's the truth. So I think a worthwhile thing for you right now is your 50 points a day. Now, you may be getting your 50 points a day and still feel like you don't have self-confidence. Having the self-confidence to do this will make it so much easier. That is one thing I think a lot of people are missing. So imagine the same question we ask of, and you may or may not have children, and it doesn't even matter, but just imagine the same question we ask about if a child is old enough to do work in the home. Do they have the mental capability? Do they have the strength? Do they have the manual dexterity? Those are the three questions in order to successfully complete a job in the house that you may want them to complete. Laundry, for example, making their bed, running the vacuum, mopping a floor, different levels. So I want you to apply the same formula to yourself. Do you have the mental capability to do these things, these little 50-point things that I have listed for you? What do you say? Pardon me? You do? Excellent. Do you have the strength? Are you strong enough to lift a load of laundry and put it in the washing machine and push the button? Put the soap in, put the softener in. Are you strong enough to do that? Are you strong enough to spread your sheet? Are you strong enough to squat down and polish the lower shelf? If you're not, then you can't do that particular thing. But if you are, then you can. Third thing, do you have the manual dexterity? Can you maneuver your fingers and your body in such a way that you can perform the task? Again, push the button on the washing machine. Open the lid of the softener bottle. Carefully pour it in. Are you lacking manual dexterity? If you are, then you can't do certain things. But if you are not, then you can. And I'm in no way being judgmental of you if you're not strong enough or lack the physical manual dexterity to do things. I know my sister Marty has terrible hands because of her RA. Although they've been operated on, there's certain things she can't do, and that's okay. She's come up with shortcuts, other things she can do, and she manages her home by herself. Strength. I know my mother at 88 with a very bad heart cannot squat down and squat and stand back up. She can't do that. She can't carry things without getting winded. So no, she couldn't do certain things. But there's certain things she can do, certain things she can do, and that she loves to do. She loves to fold towels and shirts and hang up clothes. She loves to hang them on their hanger. She loves to do that, and it makes her feel useful. So whatever you can do, do. Whatever you can't do, delegate. Now, we are in this unique time of either self-quarantine or forced quarantine. because of the pandemic going on. And if you're watching this later, maybe it's passed, and that's lovely. Hopefully it has. I know it will. It will. But for right now, I have to cancel the housekeeper at this home. And I do have a housekeeper for my mother's home because she's always had one. I'm perfectly capable of doing it. And I really felt a little happy, and I love her housekeeper, but to say, stay home. She's 77 years old. She probably doesn't do it like me. And that's fine. That's not perfectionism. That's just a fact. But my mother loves her. And so she's like company and comes and does things at the house. So now that she's released from her duties because she needs to stay home and keep herself safe as well, now I'm doing them. And yesterday I did the weekly home blessing in this house for the first time ever, because I've never had to do a weekly home blessing hour here. And it was delightful, I have to say. I enjoyed it. And I could see things that I had to tell myself, I see you and I have a plan for you. For example, the foyer. In the corners of the foyer, there are little crumbles. And I said, oh, I see you and I have a plan for you. I didn't have time to get up in the corners and do everything when I was doing 10 minutes for vacuuming for the whole house. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, living room, dining room, great room kind of house. It's a bigger home. So I didn't have time to do that. And I didn't do some things that the housekeeper does on when she comes, which one of the things is she mops all the tiles in this back room that I'm in. Oh, I didn't do that because it's not part of it. It'll be part of when I do zone 3, other room, this room, which will be next month. Because this month I did the hall bathroom, which is Larry and I share that bathroom. So I cleaned the tub and the shower. And really there's nothing left to do in there because I've already decluttered under the sink. Everything's clean, everything's lovely. So I actually moved on to her formal living room today, and I took some polish and I polished 3 pieces of furniture in there. They haven't been polished in forever. They've just been dusted. So that's what I did today. It's such a pleasure. And today I'm not having a free day because on Wednesdays and Thursdays I work doing my mentoring. So on Tuesday, this is the day that I'm doing planning and desk day. So when I'm done recording this for you, I'm going to go do my planning and desk day. And I'm very excited about that. It's such a relief for me not to have the cavalcade of people who came into this home day after day. The CNA bathes my mother, I bathed my mother. And she changed the sheets or makes the bed in my mother's room. I changed the sheets and made the bed. I always wash the sheets, and a lot of times I make the bed too. But on that day that she comes, on those 3 days. The nurse didn't come. We talked on the phone. It was perfectly satisfactory. Now, this is hospice, and they're there for me. If I need them to come in, they will come in. I've asked them to stay away for right now because there's no emergencies happening right now, and I can totally do these things for my mother. If she gets to the point where I feel uncomfortable bathing her because she's just too unsteady, and she is unsteady, but if she gets too unsteady, then I will have the CNA come and show me how to give her a bed bath. She's not at that point. Anyway, I'm loving not having everybody come. Even my sisters aren't allowed to come. My brother-in-law can't come. He wanted to come and my sister's got a piece of equipment that she needs, that she uses with her foot, and she came to visit about a week ago and left it here. I told him to call me and I'll put it in the garage. He can open the garage, get it out, close the garage and leave. I don't want him coming in. I don't. I want to keep my mother safe as possible. So it's kind of lovely, actually, to have these days where you don't have people coming and going. And if you need to, you can get in the car and take a ride. You don't have to get out. And the other thing that my husband told me was he went to our local Winn-Dixie and our local Publix last week, and they closed early to clean all their inventory. And while he was at Winn-Dixie, they were spraying and wiping down everything around the front entryway. And they do the same thing. They're cleaning their inventory, not just the shelves, but the actual inventory, which I'm thinking, wow, if they did that all the time, no one would get the flu. I noticed today on the news that they're cleaning the subways. It's like, I've been on those subways. They need to be cleaned regularly. So yes, I think maybe there are going to be some things that change, and we're going to have some good that comes from this. But anyway, my Weight Watcher meeting is now going to be online. How exciting is that for me? I don't have to leave my mother. So I'm excited for that. But the wonderful thing is we also have this form of social media, And there are ways I can FaceTime friends and I can be in their presence and not feel sad and lonely. So I want you to do that too. Don't totally isolate yourself from your friends. Talk to them, but also limit the time you talk to them. Make sure you're doing your 50 points items that you need to get done in the morning first. Like do your morning routine, do your clutter checks, do your laundry, do your paper. If you don't have paper, you don't have to do paper. I don't have paper. I don't really have to do clutter checks. I don't really leave things late. I mean, I will leave some things from time to time and I'll pick them up and take them and put them away. But there's no clutter checks that really have to happen in this house because I've got those good habits now. So my laundry's in the dryer. Today's towels. I'm happy. I'm very happy. So I hope that you find some peace and happiness in this too. And I hope that you learn to work with your children in your home if you have children at home. I know that seems to be a big block for some people, and it's just a mental block. Your children can totally behave while you clean. They're going to need constant supervision. That's why you're there. When they're at school, they have constant supervision. When they're at home, you give them your constant supervision. If they have schoolwork to do their schoolwork. If the teacher did not give you schoolwork to do, make sure you keep their grammar skills and math skills up. And I know today on the news, one of my friends sent me that the Cincinnati Zoo on Facebook at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time features an animal every day. I think that's an awesome thing to do with your kids. And if you miss it, you can catch it later on on YouTube. So, yay. All right, that's it for today. I know this was a little longer than usual, but I want you to know that you can do this. And I want you to have the self-confidence to know that you can. And once you do it a time or two, your self-confidence is going to build and you're going to feel better about yourself. So take care of yourself. Remember to be beautiful and know that I love you.